You guys look like believers. Who's got a testimony though about Jesus? What's your name?
My name's Delano.
Delano.
I believe in Jesus. He's my Lord. He's leading me.
He's leading.
He loves me. I grew up in a home that wasn't really Christian, so I didn't really go to church. Maybe 4 times growing up, to be honest. And I thought everyone around me that says they believe in Jesus, they aren't that nice. So I kind of don't want anything to do with Jesus. I didn't think he had the power to transform. So I went off thinking that it had to be this secret philosophy or teaching. And as I got older, I got into like New Age and stuff. And I grew up in a broken home. Like my mom struggled a bunch with addiction. I never knew my dad. I was raised with my grandma. She passed when I was 13 years old. So I just moved from family to family. And I just kind of felt like just a burden on everyone. So I'm living with the reality of I need to seek out truth for myself. Yeah, I'm super depressed. I don't know who to lean on. Super broken at a young age. Thought super deep about everything. I wasn't like the type of kid that can just play sports and be like, oh, everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna, be professional. I was more like, but what happens if I die? Everything was like a crisis to me. When I turned 17, I ended up moving away from my whole entire family, living with my friend in Compton. There, I picked up a job doing door-to-door sales under the table. I was doing that for months, making money, and I'm addicted to weed and pornography and all these things. I thought that's what I wanted, is to have money, to be free from my family fully and do whatever I wanted, but it began to drain me more than even before. I was even more depressed and even more sad. One day, when I'm doing that job, I'm in Huntington Beach doing it, and I meet a guy at his door. At his door, he preaches the gospel to me. It's the first time I heard the full gospel of Jesus Christ. And I realized when he's talking to me, he's telling me that sin is killing me, but Jesus took my death. And for some reason, I had given up trying to seek out philosophies at this point. Years had went by, I'm like, I'm over it. I'm just gonna try to have fun and be a good person. So my heart was tender, and I was listening to him tell me about Jesus, and he was like, man, Jesus took your death, and that light bulb went off. I'm like, wait, Jesus died for me. And like, if this is true, this is the best news I've ever heard in my life. That's what I told him. And he was like, yeah, bro, and he was like, if I'm gonna buy what you're selling me, you gotta come to church. And that was our agreement. I came to church, don't even remember what they were talking about. But all I know is there was a seed of the gospel placed in my heart. And 3 weeks after meeting that guy, I counted the cost of what it looked like to follow Jesus. And I was like, man, I don't even know all the details of the history of Jesus. He just sounds better, and I'm tired of this life. I just want to follow Jesus.
Come on.
And so I turned to the Lord when I was 17 years old, December 19th, 2020 to be exact. And
Jesus
Christ, talk.
Jesus talk.